Hello, my name is Sam again, and this is another online video for my online social deviance class, 3312, and today I'm going to be doing the social reality theory. Alright, so social reality theory. So this theory is a constructionist theory, and it falls under another term of the conflict theory. And so when it comes to this, there's really like the social and the cultural aspect. In the social aspect, the social conflict has to do with incompatible interests of the people that are involved in this consideration. And the cultural conflict has to do with the norms and values that are given or come from like the right and wrong of the studied given cultures. Another thing with the conflict theory is that it will naturally have deviance, criminal activity. And this is just a natural product of a normal functioning society, it being the functioning society. So this social reality theory was really developed in part by Richard Quinney in 1974. He blames like unjust law directly on the capitalist system. A quote from Quinney is actually, "Criminal law is used by the state and the ruling class to secure survival of the capitalist system, and as capitalist society is further threatened by its own contradictions, criminal law will be increasingly used to maintain domestic order." So there's 4 factors to Quinney's theory. And this is what we're going to use these little boxes for right here, and as you can tell, like they all kind of like go into each other. So number 1 right here is a dominant class defines the criminal behavior if they threaten interests. So we're just going to write dom class interests. Number 2 of his theory is that dominant class will apply these laws because they are a dominant class. And people that enforce these laws are going to be your police officers, your judges, any law enforcement that you know is supposed to be following the law. So, dom law. The third of this is that subordinate class is propelled to those deviant criminal actions by their unfavorable living conditions. So that's going to go on number 3. Let's say subclass unhappy. So because the subclass is unhappy, they do those criminal deviant acts. And the last box is that the dominant class uses those criminal acts as the basis for its ideology. So, dom class ideology. And because all of this runs together, it kind of just continuously fuels itself because there is always going to be a dominant class making dominant laws, and the dominant laws are always going to be unfavorable for the subordinate class, and the subordinate class is always going to react to those things, and those things are going to lead directly back into the reason of the dominant class putting in place these laws. So Quinney's theory directly shows the inadequacy of modern society. So modern society is pretty unfair, but that is also another aspect that is really well known. So modern society is unfair. And one other point that I'll touch up on is that the Powerful class, the dominant class, is always and inevitably will criminalize at least in part or majority of lower classes, just so that they can stay in the dominant class, because there needs to be a clear division, and if there wasn't, then there wouldn't be any class division. So the dominant class, the powerful, will always rule the powerless. So this social reality theory is something that's easily recognizable in many different cultures, including the United States. It's something that I'm sure a lot of people are adjusting on and stuff, but I found it really interesting on Quinney's theory that all of these actually do kind of like intertwine together. You can go from 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2. It all kind of intertwines together.